I'm not off to the side trying to use just this. You know, like, I mean, we've all done this.
Yeah, I know.
You know? But we've done it.
I know.
You know?
So right.
We've done it. And we're just like, and we're like, we're not that weak. Breathe. I need more magnesium, you know? Right?
Start going at yourself. You're right.
But here, super easy. I'm in line with it. I'm using my whole body. I'm not just using my arm to push. I'm bracing and leaning. That's all. Bracing and leaning. I'm going to do some compressions here because I feel like David can take it.
Yeah.
Might not do this on every client, right? But I got Gumby here who's letting me go. This is great. This is great.
David, forever your new name.
Right?
I don't care. It's Gumby. That's it.
Everybody's name has changed. We've got Blue, we've got Gumby. We're going to have all nicknames by the time we're done. So.
David forever. I want you to know that's what your name is in my phone.
But do you see how much easier this is? We're in line. My hips are in line with his hips. I'm not just using my arms. I'm not going to have these guys freak out later today, fighting at me, going, oh, my arm hurts. Having a hot bath, ice, take a leave, you know, like just get angry at it and then go book an emergency massage. Nope, I'm going to hang out. I'm going to lean. I'm going to let my hips do stuff. My legs are a lot bigger.
And it's like you're getting the workout too. While they're getting the
Very often, huh?
I said, doing the shot put.
Yep. Very often, I'll hold something like, oh, that feels really good for my back. Breathe. They have no idea what's going on. They're just like, oh my God, what's going on? I have no idea. You know? And we're just like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. That's what we're here for, right? So after we do that, this is one of my favorites. I do this on everybody. I like to bring the knee over. Oh, that's wonderful. When you do this, you might have some clients who go, ooh, I feel that right here, right at the front of that hip. It's usually because really tight hip flexors. Sitting at a computer, all this stuff is short. We start moving stuff around like it doesn't move. They feel a sharp pain here. When that happens, you just bring their leg down a little bit. And it takes pressure off of these hip flexors, but we're still going to focus on this glute stretch. David's super flexy, we can bring him up like that, no big deal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So this is one of my favorite things. I like to bring my legs right up against his sacrum. And I do this for several reasons. One, he knows where I'm at. I'm not a ghost giving a massage. Two, he feels supported. Three, a lot of times these hips want to open back up. No, we're doing this stretch. But I don't want to hold them because my hands are amazing. They can do awesome stuff. Why am I going to hold this? I want to go do awesome stuff, right? So I got my leg here, he's all held. Oh, hey there, TFL. How you doing? Oh man, how's that feel? Right, so I've hooked in with TFL with the heel of my hand, and I'm going at kind of a diagonal angle, just trying to open up these hips. I got my right hand. I do a lot of stuff with my right hand. My right hand's awesome. I'm gonna come in and just press right here on the shoulder cap. So now we're getting this whole stretch up through the thoracic area. We're getting pecs, pec minor, delts, our intercostals and serratus. Guys, I'm a huge fan of serratus because it's such a jerk. Nobody works on it, so it's my favorite. I love to make it angry and make it feel better. Right? So we got intercostals, we got serratus. Oh, we've got these obliques and QL that we're stretching out. This low back, the sacrum. Oh man, now we're at TFL. Now we're at IT. Oh wait, I can work the side of quads, vastus lateralis. I can do hams back here. Oh man, David, you got something in your glutes. Oh, I'm gonna work right here. I might put an elbow. I might put a knee, depending. Do you see how many different options that we have? And it's all from this. It's all from this.
Primary. One of the things that happened for me teaching is I realized I was giving the students a bunch of scales so they could learn to play jazz and improvise.
How's that feel? Is that too much?
The students kept wanting to like bypass the basics. And then I was like, from the primary position,
Which is this?
you had a multitude of like secondary and tertiary options. And they're like, well, I could do this and I could do this. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. But you got to learn this
In
first.
that one
Yep.
primary move. That's the thing about how many of you like sequences?
I don't.
I do.
Oh.
Until I get used to
Who's
it.
that?
Then I want to go all over the
Okay,
place.
just let me know if it gets to be
Then
too
the
much.
sequence did its job.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you were in school, did they teach you
It's getting
sequences?
something in my shoulder to let go.
And it's like
Yeah,
because
it's going to be subscap.
the school didn't expect you to just do your Swedish routine the way it was in school. They expected for you to change it
Yeah.
once you had the basics.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah. It's like once you have that basic
Mhm.
sequence, then the flow will come. Yeah. Yeah.
And his foot's on his stick. You know what? So I was
I'm
asking.
going to do like this too.
I was wondering if you could do more things.
Can you do more things?
So like what I'm watching her do right now was the question I had in my head because like when she was doing the primary movement, I saw all these opportunities
Mm-hmm.
to do other stuff, and I said like, is it? I guess it's up to you and your flexibility and your.
It's up to you and your
and
client.
your client. Yeah. That's
Because I'm going to fit to my client as best that I can.
Sure.
And then if that doesn't work, I'm going to try to fit them to me. And if that doesn't work, then we won't do it.
Right.
Because I'm not going to get hurt.
Right.
My biggest problem, I get bored very easily. I mean, it's a great thing and a curse.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
So I can come in here and I'm teaching you guys this. Robert starts talking, I'm like, oh, because I get bored.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
I wrote a question down and
Mhm.
it just said like, so you know how you moved him from out of your holster and over to the side, right?
Mhm.
When you rested him down, should
Mhm.
you allow a minute for them to kind of assimilate into that space? Because I mean, it's only going to take a second for you to slide your knee up.
It depends.
Okay.
It depends. So I've had clients, I'm going to bring you back out because you were in there for a while. Wait. So I've had clients where we do this. That's it.
Yeah.
Am I going to do anything crazy? No.
Not that client.
No, not with this client.
Right.
I'm bored, yeah. I want to do all this stuff. That's not where they're at. So I go, resist when I push, resist, David, and relax. This is the session. This is the stretch.
Right.
I might come in and introduce touch.
Yeah.
I'm not going to work it because he's not there yet.
Right.
I'm going to be like, hey, support his hip with my leg. Just introduce touch. Just like, hey, he's focusing on this for him, big stretch. For him, this is a big stretch, pretending, right? So I'm just going to come in and be like, hey, I'm here with you. We will get there. That is not a problem. Introducing touch. We're eventually going to get up in here. Oh, man, we all know that hurts. We're going to get in here. We're just not there yet. We're meeting our client where they're at. David can go crazy. This is wonderful. I love it.
So if you had like a shorter time, like let's say where I'm going to be doing it
Mhm.
at our work,
Mhm.
I don't know what they're doing.
Mhm.
I don't think they know what they're doing yet, but like they're probably going to offer like 30 minutes, an
Mhm.
hour,
Mhm.
hopefully they'll do 2 hours too. I'm sure they
Mhm.
will. But like if he's in that position,
Mhm.
in that stretch, it looks like you could work the inner thigh also.
Totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You
Okay.
totally could. So I worked calf while Robert was talking
Okay.
because that's just where we were at and he was talking. I can work inner thigh. Is that too much? And again, I'm not pushing down. I'm stacking. I'm leaning. I find something and I hold it. Ooh, how does that feel? Right? If I really want to, come up in here. Because this is what works. This is what feels good for me. This is what feels good for him, right? This is what feels good for him. Not everybody's going to be like that. It's totally fine.
You learn the sequence and then you start riffing.
Yep. That's what makes this fun. That's the reason why you guys will always hear me say, get excited, be creative, eventually try new things. You guys know anatomy. Trust in yourselves because it's fun. Because once we've gotten the basics, there is so much other stuff that we can do. It's not just front and back, anterior, posterior, prone and supine. It's the whole body. This one thing, he's face up. I've worked back, I've worked inner thigh, I've worked low back, I've worked lats, I've worked calf, worked pecs, worked arm, from a hip stretch.
Right.
Do you think Stretch Lab or Stretch Zone does this?
No.
No, they're gonna put him in a stretch. Good job, breathe. Stretch down. Breathe. Right? I mean, that's great. A lot of people like that. Cool. But I can do so much more. This is why we are specialists. This is why we charge more. This is why we are niche, we are unique, we are artisanal. I love artisanal. You know? Because I'm using the whole body.
We are not homogenized, pasteurized, processed
That's right.
cheese food.
Exactly. We're not government yellow cheese that bounces when you throw it.
I'm goat
So.
cheese.
There you go. We got goat cheese.
I'm organic.
There we go.
Shoot. That's funny.
Right? So we've done this wonderful
This is the one I
stretch, right? We've worked all this out. Oh, it feels beautiful. He's in this position, right? This is where it gets fun. This will help you remember, okay? He's in this position. His leg is at nearly 45 degree. I'm going to come up, take my inside leg, put my foot right here in this little triangle that I've created from his leg being at a 45 degree, right? I'm going to stand up because I got legs,
The one I can't do.
right? I like to take my outside foot up against the hip because, again, we're not a ghost, and it makes them feel more supported. And I bring this leg up to 90 degree, or as high as you can get it. Typically 90 degrees. Some people take a little bit past, just depending on where they're at.
David can.
Yeah, David can. But typically 90 degrees. So I've got his hips trapped, right? Feel solid. How do you feel, David?
Great.
You gonna move around? You can't. You're mine, right? So I've got him going this way. I want to bring this that way. So we're getting this twist. Does that make sense? Come down, grab the outside arm, and we're going to use this to protect the neck. Okay? If you leave it below, oddly, it feels like they're choking when we go to do this.
Yeah.
When you put it above and it looks like you're choking them, you're not. Bodies are weird.
Make sure you look like you're choking.
Okay? Yeah, so make sure you look like you're choking them and tell them, I'm probably choking you, but they don't know. Okay, it's not like they can do anything anyway because they're trapped. Yep. I love to remind my clients they can't do anything. So you're going to grab this inside arm with your outside hand. We're going to do this. We're going to clasp like we're making a pact, right? I'm going to say, hold on, David. We're in this together, right?
You got this.
So we're here, right? We got this. I'm going to squat down, right? Some people can get really low. This is where I'm at. I got to work on that, right? So I'm here. I'm going to say big deep breath in and out. And I'm going to lean back and up. I like to rock because it feels good. I also close my eyes a little bit. Big deep breath in and out. For me, I'm going to step back just a little bit. For him, a little bit heavy. And rock. Now, you might have a client who's had rods in their back. Are we going to do this? Probably not. You're going to have a client that has spondylosis. I don't know how to say it. AK or AS. And that's inflammation, calcium buildup. Probably not going to do that. Right? You might have just this move, yeah. Your client might just like, okay. Fusion, same thing. Just depending on where they're at. They might have a fusion, they might be like, yeah, I really want this. So you're like, how does that feel? See, he's not really lifted.
What about somebody with